woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Cousins on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and now it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On second down, Cousins again. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Cousins now from the 50. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cousins now to throw on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Play action now, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
You expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll throw again. Cousins going deep for Diggs. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. A beautiful fake. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23. Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Set, blue 60. Hey. Hey. 11.
To throw is Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's the run with Cook. Down to about the 22 here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
All right, now here we go. Oh. Here we go. Lucky 50.
A give. This is Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So here come the Lions now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He goes underneath for Anderson. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
We're rolling, we're rolling. Here we go, here we go.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, Stafford here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Red, red. Block it.
Throwing again. Stafford. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come on, come on. Hey, 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 hey. Over here. 10, 10.
Stafford. And Amendola with a catch. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stafford. A dump off to Anderson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Second down, Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Hey, we're good, we're good, we're good. Listen to me.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Cousins able to connect with Treadwell for a Minnesota first.
Let's go.
Handoff comes to Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Gun.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screen.
Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, go here! Go here!
Stafford on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Hey, tag 50 left! Check. Fresno! Zebra! Watch Jumbo!
Again, it's Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. In for the score. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point good by Prater. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. Now, they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Ashawn Robinson there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw is Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly...
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Here's Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Amendola, the intended receiver. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college. And our defense coordinator said,
and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll they'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
All right, boys, here we go. Like 7.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Following the interception, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. A first down throw for Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about what he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So out now come the Lions. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. It's caught outright, Amendola. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Amendola again, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him, they've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Set. Lady. Go, set. Ready.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Hey, receiver.
They go play action here on first down. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Final play of the half. Cousins nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
21. Set. 250.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, go here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Now a play fake here on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you have your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
And he fields it cleanly. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. First down. Here's Cousins. Flushed out right. Lets it fly for Treadwell. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing again, Cousins on second and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Matt Weil now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And it's taken in at the 9. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A dump off to Anderson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
10.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Zebra, 21. Ready.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. Marvin Jones. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 57 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run. Anderson. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. They get it to him running left. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Give me radar. Double right. Take 22.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Listen to me. Bang, 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 bang. Lucky 50.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Zebra.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Prater on to add the extra point. Prater for the extra point, and that will get him 1 closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Cousins on 1st down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action. Cousins. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
Hey, we're good. We're good. Hey, Flicker. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the dump-off. It's 2nd down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
It's complete to Diggs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Hey, give me radar. 22. Double right.
Stafford on first down. And that'll be incomplete. C.J. Anderson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Now Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. A big play there out of Cook. 43 yards on the ground. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Set. Red 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
He's going to rifle one deep left. And got his man complete. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Here we go with Williams. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. C.J. Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
A wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Throwing here, Cousins. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Out of the gun, Stafford. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Cousins here to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Play fake. Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.